Airline stocks were making profits yesterday. They were bracing for impact as American Airlines released preliminary profit forecasts that fell short of expectations for the quarter. The pre-announcement of the earnings sent the entire sector in a free fall. Airline ETF jets fell around 3%. American Airlines, the biggest loser, dropping 9%. CJ, where do you see the sector heading now that Delta is up this morning on their earnings?
Well, they're up on their earnings, and as the CEO pointed out very pointedly this morning, they said that Wall Street's got it wrong on their expectations. We're going to see a couple of these companies come out. Allegiant, I think some of the lower fare are also going to be. Remember, they're in the jets as well. Allegiant, Frontier. All the low guys are in there as well. And you're going to start seeing some more of these forecasts from the companies, like we saw yesterday, that are going to say, hey, higher oil prices and slower traffic. The thing that was interesting about Delta Vaz is their CEO made a point to say our travel abroad. So going over to Europe, going over to Asia, wherever you're going, their international travel right now is the thing that's picking up. Delta Airlines does that well. So when you look at some of these regional carriers, rather, you want to keep that in mind, because he also did point out that the domestic is kind of slowing down a little bit, and that comes back to the consumer. Remember, these are consumer discretionary stocks, so you watch the XLY along with the jets. But I think you're looking flat. The outliers are going to be your companies like Delta that are going to be best in breed.
You love some Delta. I know you do, CJ, as a
It takes
company
care of
and
me. Yeah.
to trade. Shaw, do you have any airline stocks that you're watching?
You my this about that in 2 words. Why bother? You look at a 2-year chart for American, pretty boring. United flat, JetBlue down, Southwest down, boring. But they don't make dramatic moves. They just don't have the kind of movement that and volatility that I like to trade if I'm trading on a long-term hold basis. Why? The airline space has been problematic since as long as I've been trading. I'm going back to 1982. Never got into them. Do trade them occasionally on earnings news, on maybe a pop to short them, maybe on a bottom to try and catch a bit of a ride. But that's very rare for me. I will leave it to CJ to trade Delta and all the other airlines. To me, there's just not enough juice in the airline sector to trade. And it's, to me, worthwhile capital investment over the long term.
Well, I'm going to do a volume profiles by request right now. And on the heels of the airline topic, I got to show you a very cool trade that we have developed in Trade the Close, and it's called the Get Back trade. So we actually went long on AAL on Tuesday. Preliminary news came out and the stock dropped. We got out quickly, and this was just using the volume profile. I knew right away, AAL, we needed to get out of the trade and get back at it. So we took an L on AAL, obviously, when it dropped, and then we went short and netted 129% with that short. So it was a pretty cool trade, and that's another strategy that we use in Trade the Close, and the closers really enjoyed that one. The get back trade. I love it.